I have all this stuff I need to talk about. I wrote it all down, but I do have these what I would call stories related to my everyday business, and I want you to learn them so that you can understand what I'm talking about. So I had I have a set of young buyers right now, not more than 30 years old, and what I've told them is they're first time home buyers. So we go look at a lot of houses, and I try to teach them things as I go. And one of the things I've tried to teach them is, look, the fix and flip is the most dangerous house you could ever buy. And the reason for that is you don't know why the house was sold. On your disclosure, it's going to say that, on the seller's disclosure, it's going to say that the person that owns the house has never lived there and doesn't know anything about the house. Yet, there could be serious structural issues with the home. There could be serious damage to the basement foundation. There could be a leaky basement, which is a very, very expensive repair. And they may have thought they fixed it, the seller, when they did the fix and flip. They may have thought they fixed the house settling foundation in the fix and flip, but they could have been wrong. And they will not be liable for any of those issues if they did not know about them. I mean, if they honestly believe they fixed the problems, you're in a bad spot. And what ends up happening, what used to happen and what's happened now is two different things. So what used to happen is someone would buy a house that was beat up and they would fix it up, and then they would list it for around what houses were selling for in that neighborhood. Well, now the approach is much different. It's we're going to buy a house for, a pretty good price, and then we're going to sell it for an even higher price than anything that's been in the neighborhood before. As an example, this past weekend I showed a house that was purchased for $270,000 in March. It has come to the market back, and that was a $278,000, I think, was the sales price. I don't mean that if I was off by $8,000 or something. I don't want to. It's just hard to do the show in real time because I can't go back. But anyway, that neighborhood allowed for that price of a home, $278,000. That made perfect sense. Well, this flipper came in. I don't know how much work they did, but they ended up listing the house for over $430,000 just this past weekend. Now, look, that house is not a $430,000 house. No matter, I don't care if they did it in gold, but it's a fix and flip. And what you see is everything that you think of as perfect in the marketplace. So, like, 2-panel or 6-panel doors, updated kitchen, painted walls, the right colors, the fashionable colors for right now, window treatments, windows, things of this nature. Everything that you would look at that would be considered a premium, these flippers know what they're doing. So they'll take a house and they will make it look beautiful, gorgeous, cosmetically. But they'll also do things like leave the 30-year-old heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, because whoever wants to buy a house like that, I guarantee you most of the buyers that walk through houses don't even care about those things. And they only even know about it after the inspector tells them. And by then it's pretty much too late. But anyway, so this young couple, and we've gotten to be very good friends. They, they have other friends buying houses in this market. And some of those people have been successful already. So they've actually bought homes before my buyers have. My buyers are still looking. And so yesterday we were at a house and it was terrible. And I'll tell you why it was terrible. It was an estate. There's no problem with that. But before they came to market, they raised the asking price by about $10,000 because they said they fixed the kitchen. But when you go in the kitchen, there's like 4 tiles that are broken out. And then there's also a leak at the front of the house through the drywall or through the plaster that hasn't been repaired. And they're just selling it like that. They're not even trying to make a repair. And so that's a weird deal. But anyway, we went through that house and I said, this doesn't seem like a house for you. And the girlfriend said to me, she said, John, one of my friends bought a fix and flip. And the first weekend she moved in, a rainstorm caused the entire basement to flood. Everything was destroyed. And now she's stuck with this house that she's going to have to get the work get at least fixed, at least repair the damage that's already been done, and probably do a significant amount of foundation work, which is not anticipated and probably going to cost her, between $20,000 and $40,000. The joys of owning a house, the joys of seeing something that you really, really want within reach, within the price that you can pay, and it turns out it's all for naught. This is what I'd hate to have happen to one of my buyers. This is why I tell buyers about fix and flips and what the real deal is about them. Now, maybe these people have agents that don't know any better. Hopefully they'll learn from their experience. But I don't know why you wouldn't just want to choose me in the first place. You don't have that issue.